Drona is a film I'm very, very excited about. It's for the first time that you see a female playing a bodyguard to, you know, a male character. My forefathers were always the protectors of these kings. So that's what I have turned out to be. I probably didn't have a brother, which is why I had to take up the responsibility, and which is why it was very unique to play a female bodyguard. And because there's a certain sort of reverence to Drona, and he's almost godly because he's got direct responsibility from the gods to look after this Amrit and to protect the earth. Raizada's character, which is being played by Menon, is again a fabulous character. He plays a magician who has telekinetic powers. He can teleport himself. He can stop things in midair. So he's a magician. He can do all sorts of magic. He can create fire. He can create water, and he can create illusions. And he is after the Amrit.
ये सारी तैयारियां, ये इजाद, ये शोहरत, ये जादू फिजूल है तब तक जब तक हमें वो अमृत न मिल जाए। पता नहीं क्यों ये जालिम दिल है ना, बार-बार हमसे यही कह रहा है कि द्रोणा जिंदा है।
A very powerful and strong look, but at the same time we wanted her to be feminine, which is why if you see the jacket, the koti that I'm wearing, has got a little zardozi on it. It's got a little brocade, silk brocade. It's got chiffon, which is very flowy. But to give it the toughness, we used leather on the patka. We wanted to have a turban for sure because I have very long wild hair in the film. So to control that hair, we needed to have a turban. And so we've given it a turban with braids around it, so it has a little bit of a feminine touch. Form of martial art called the Gatka, which I learned, which is a Sikh form of martial art. It's derived from Sikhism. And in fact, there's a gaon called Hoshiarpur in Punjab, where there's a big school where they teach this form of martial art. So there were people who came down from their teachers, who came down from their students, who taught me this form of Gatka for about 20 days that I learned. And it's actually a wheel. It's a wooden wheel, which you have to spin, and it has ropes and balls attached to it. So as soon as you spin it, it turns into like a chakra. It becomes really big like that. So if you throw a sword or if you come towards it, it deflects you because it's constantly moving, and I have to move it like that. It's really heavy because all the weight of all those balls are in your hand. No, I mean, you just have to be strong to use it. I used all my strength to move that thing around. It's really like, it takes so much strength to just bring it out. But I'm a strong girl. I mean, I'm very Punjabi that way. My instrument of, of protecting myself and Drona. And Drona uses a sword, which is a really special sword. It's made of gold and rubies and emeralds because it's been passed on in his legacy, in his family. And it's very sharp. It's a magical sword which gives you powers, and it's got Sanskrit shloks on it, which is the shlok of the Dronas. Fantastic working with Goldie. He has such an incredible amount of clarity when it comes to his characters in the film. And more than anything, he's always open to suggestions. If you say something, he'll listen to you, but if he believes that it doesn't go with the film, he'll never incorporate it. But if he does, he doesn't have the ego to say that no, I am the director and I know it all. We've actually shot in extreme temperatures. We shot in Prague, which is the Czech Republic, and when we were shooting there, it was minus 12 degrees. And I can't even today relate the fact that itna thanda weather ho sakta hai. Minus 12, you can't imagine how cold it was. Then we shot in Namibia, which was I think almost 50 degrees. And we were on top of a moving train, which was going at 60 miles per hour, very fast, and there were sandstorms. So we've shot in extreme conditions for this film. Plus we moved to Rajasthan, which was really hot. Abhishek was very serious on this film, I might say, because it was a very difficult film for him also. I think as Drona, there was a lot of action involved with him, and the story and the graph of the character required him to be extremely, but of course Abhishek was always his fun self. Something or the other always kept happening. He was always laughing, bouncing off the walls, extremely energetic. And that is something you can't take away from him because that's how he is. But an extremely focused actor, especially with this film, because it's almost like a home production for him. It's about letting your mind loose. It's about believing in the magic of imagination. And as soon as you believe that, that is what the USP of this film is. That you go in there with the belief that magic is possible. When you believe hard enough, magic will happen. And that's what Drona is. I've been wanting to achieve that image for the longest time and I finally got it.
सहरा के साए में मचला था कोई तूफान और एक मसीहा के आने का लिख के गया ड्रोना
To watch more, log on to www.erosentertainment.com.